I'm Madison Kasper.
And I'm me, Alvarado. Welcome back, Sharks. On this episode of Mako TV, this year's homecoming parade was held right outside the University Center. The athletics department held a special tribute for President Hanbury, and the Department of Communication, Media, and the Arts hosted its annual Danceworks show. Kicking off homecoming week, NSU Campus Live hosted its Bleed Shark Blue pep rally. Our reporter Jonathan Paul has the story.
NSU Homecoming Week kicks off the annual Bleed Shark Blue pep rally held in the Rick Case Arena. Many clubs and organizations perform, bringing the student body together. As a freshman, David Badir wasn't sure what to expect going into the event, but came with an open mind.
I didn't, mind you, I'm a freshman. I didn't know too much what I was going into. I had just an open mind, didn't know too much. I knew they were going to do a lot of interacting with the crowd, but I do like the fact that they're interacting with the crowd, throwing stuff, getting the crowd involved and stuff. I think that was pretty nice.
With pep rally being one of the big events of the week, school spirit plays a role in uniting the student body.
Honestly, everything. I feel like when it comes to spirit, it gets everybody pumped up and forms friendships and stuff like that.
Dance group Stomp and Shake bonded with each other while preparing for the pep rally. According to dancer Zaria Lockett, the biggest challenge they faced was being misunderstood.
Doing a style of dance, which is majorette, that's often not understood yet. People don't understand it, so we had to alter and change some things to appeal to our crowd, but we still got it done.
With pep rally being one of the many homecoming events that brings the community together, students expressed the importance of this event on campus.
This event is important because I feel like that's where you can branch out. You can look at the new clubs if you didn't even already know, and come together and meet new people.
So that people could know not just academics matter, friendships, connections, and just the environment matters.
The pep rally happens at the beginning of every homecoming week. I'm Jonathan Paul with Mako TV.
Up next for our sports segment, we have our sports anchor and reporter, Emily Potter, coming on to discuss what's new with sports.
Thank you, Madison. With me for the sports update is Athletic Communication Coordinator Josh Raphael. Welcome, Josh. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, NSU Women's Cross Country is going to Nationals on Saturday, which is a big achievement. What else have they achieved this season?
I mean, they won the first SSC title in school history. Head coach Jonathan Carter, their first SSC Coach of the Year. They've been on an absolute tear, and now they're going to Nationals the third time in program history. So I've had the chance to talk to JC, and he's told me about all the hard work they've done, so I'm really proud of them.
Also, NSU men's basketball had their home opener last Friday in the Rick Case Arena. What can we expect from the NSU men's basketball season?
I mean, they're always good. They're going to be good, but I just want to shout out the crowd, the fanatics, 2,309 students. Well, not students, but fans. I mean, that's a record. We've never had that before. We even had a regular season record for attendance in our last game. So, I mean, it's going to be great. I'm excited. The fans have been amazing, so I'm really happy for the season.
And what else is going on with NSU athletics?
Well, we have women's soccer. They're at regionals right now. They're going to play tomorrow at, I believe, 4 p.m. Just the third straight time they've made it there. So I'm excited for them as well. Next week, we have women's basketball opening up at home on the 29th and the 30th for the NSU Thanksgiving Classic.
Thank you for being here this semester, Josh. We look forward to having you back next semester.
I look forward to be back.
Last Friday at the NSU men's basketball home opener, the athletics department honored President Hanbury during halftime. I got the opportunity to speak with NSU athletics and President Hanbury about his impact on student athletes throughout his term. During halftime at the NSU men's basketball home opener, NSU athletics held a tribute to honor President George L. Hanbury II's impact on athletics. According to men's basketball coach Jim Crutchfield, President Hanbury understands how the athletic programs fit into the university.
He has a good understanding of where we kind of fit into the university's atmosphere. And he's always been very supportive, as far as facilities and resources, but also supportive in being at events. It's always exciting for me to look over and see Dr. Hanbury on the court diagonal from me.
Dr. Hanbury has made athletics a priority at NSU through his continued support.
I think just the support he's given, myself and obviously the previous athletic director, I think, he's shown that, athletics is important to the community and that it can be a good connector to the students and to the faculty and then obviously for our student athletes.
Former NSU basketball player and now assistant men's basketball coach Nick Smith takes a moment to show appreciation for President Hanbury.
I just think the cool ritual, of going over to him after the game and all the players giving him a handshake and saying, we appreciate you supporting us and appreciate you coming to the game. I think, he likes that. It's nice for him because he realizes, we're all in this together, and it's been cool.
Once President Hanbury steps down as NSU president, Dr. Moon will be stepping in. John Sung shares how Dr. Moon's background in athletics will benefit NSU athletics.
He has a background in athletics. He's a Division I track, athlete, and he's had, his daughter ran track, and I think again having that opportunity of someone who's been an athlete, definitely changes, how important it. He understands like the commitment level. He understands the needs that the student athletes have. So, obviously we're really looking forward to, kind of the next chapter of NSU athletics, and obviously with Dr. Moon kind of at the helm, I think we will just keep striving to what we've been doing in the last, I guess, couple decades.
President Hanbury has been very involved in athletics throughout his term and is proud of how NSU student athletes strive both physically and academically.
I think as long as you follow and live by those core values and aspire, always keep your aim above your reach, follow your passion, not your fortune, be persistent where you want to go, but most importantly, maintain your integrity.
Dr. Moon will become the 7th president of NSU at the start of January 2025. I'm Emily Potter with Mako TV.
Thank you, Emily, and thank you, Josh. Up next, the 33rd annual Anything That Floats raft race took place at the Gold Circle Lake. Our reporter, Olivia Nur, was on the scene.
One of the many events of Homecoming Week is the annual Anything That Floats raft race. With this year being the 33rd year of the tradition, Dean Wheeler hopes students will have fun supporting each other.
I just want, this is our longest standing tradition, 33 years, wow. And so I just want students to have a good time, enjoy it, come out, support each other, that kind of thing. At first it's really weird when you think of a raft race, everybody's like, what is a raft race? But then everybody comes out here and they truly enjoy it.
With the Anything That Floats raft race being an annual homecoming event, spectators explained what their favorite part about it was.
Just communities, everyone's getting together and doing their thing, making a raft. I think it's pretty cool.
The dustpans were committed to making it across the finish line.
It was very tedious. It was a lot of hard work. We stayed up late nights, early mornings. We got it done. We got the raft here and we were able to cross the finish line. So.
This was the first year that NSU alumni entered the raft race.
It was so exciting. It was truly a team effort. This guy right here put that masterpiece together in the background. Everybody contributed, the paddles, everything. Over the weekend, we pulled this thing together and made it work. We didn't know if it was going to float, so we threw it in there and said a lot of prayers, and we made it. So.
For the winners of the raft race, this is their 3rd year in a row they came out victorious. It is team captain Frank Christopher's goal to win all 4 years of his NSU career.
It's crazy. Freshman year, I found out about this race just as I was getting the club started. It was like a week of the club starting that, we then participated in this event. We got it done freshman year, and I just love this event so much. I wanted to come back. I want to win it all 4 years here at Nova. That's my goal that I made freshman year, and it's just amazing.
This year was the best year yet for the raft race, according to President Hanbury.
I think of all the years I've been looking at it for 27 years, this is the biggest and the best.
The first place winners received $3,000, the second place winners received $2,000, and the third place winners received $1,000. This money goes to each team's club or organization. This is Olivia Nur with Mako TV.
Wow, it seems that event has been growing each and every year. Madison, you were there. How was it?
Well, I did get to go, and I got to represent President 64, and I can definitely say it gets bigger and better every year.
That's great. For our health update, my co-anchor and general manager Madison Kasper sat down with Dr. Artie Raja to discuss walking pneumonia. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the health update. I'm Madison Kasper. With me is Dr. Artie Raja, Mako Media's Science and Health Advisor. Welcome, Dr. Raja.
Thank you, Madison.
Our topic today is the recent rise in walking pneumonia cases in South Florida. Dr. Raja, what is walking pneumonia?
Walking pneumonia is actually an illness that is caused by a bacterium by the name Mycoplasma pneumoniae. So it's an infection with this microorganism that causes the disease that's pneumonia. But the reason it's called walking pneumonia is when an individual has this disease, It's for the most part mild. So they may feel a little down, but they will still be able to go about their regular activities, such as walking around. And therefore, the disease came to be named as walking pneumonia. You still have pneumonia, but it isn't that severe that it kind of takes you down, and you're still able to do some activities.
What are the symptoms of walking pneumonia?
The main symptoms are unfortunately very similar to a lot of other diseases. So the individual is likely going to have a fever, they'll have a cough, they'll probably have a runny nose, and sometimes the cough, the one that is usually indicative that you might have a pneumonia kind of situation, is a cough that likely lasts for a long period of time. And when I say long period, it's somewhere in the order of weeks to sometimes even months.
What are the challenges when diagnosing this illness?
In most patients or most people who end up getting infected with this microorganism tend to have mild symptoms. So most people probably just never go see the doctor because they're able to walk. They can walk around, they feel fine. They think they feel fine, so they never visit a physician. So they think it's okay, and therefore it just goes undiagnosed. Or it gets misdiagnosed because it looks and feels a lot like any of the other viral illnesses, perhaps, or other bacterial pneumonia kind of disease. So that remains one of the reasons why it doesn't get diagnosed as easily or as rapidly as one would like it to be.
Once it is diagnosed, what are the treatments for it?
Now, unfortunately, this pneumonia, in walking pneumonia, the organism that's causing the disease is Mycoplasma pneumoniae, which does not do well with antibiotics. So you can throw antibiotics at it, but they're not going to be very effective. So the main thing is one would have to get diagnosed, and they have to point out and say, okay, this is Mycoplasma pneumoniae, so we cannot use the baseline antibiotic, and they would begin with a different antibiotic, a slightly stronger antibiotic as treatment option. That's the only thing that exists. There are no vaccines against this microorganism that's causing the pneumonia. There are vaccines for other bacterial pneumonia diseases or other virally caused pneumonia diseases, but there are no vaccines for this one. So the key would be get diagnosed and then get the right antibiotic for treatment.
What preventative measures can someone take to avoid getting walking pneumonia?
The best thing to do is to make sure you prevent yourself from getting it, or how do you protect yourself? Now, the preventive measure, unfortunately, is very simple. Fortunately, is very simple, but unfortunately doesn't happen very often. Simplistically, just wash your hands well with warm water and soap will do the trick. If someone is sneezing or coughing, what we teach them from kindergarten years, cough into your elbow. Obviously, don't cough into your hands and then try to shake hands with someone else. So some of the basic hygiene principles will do the trick in kind of preventing spread of this organism.
Any last thoughts?
Protect yourselves from other diseases. So for example, if the flu is going around, that is a virally caused disease, there are vaccines available for that. So protect yourself from all those other diseases, because oftentimes pneumonia, and walking pneumonia included, comes up as a secondary infection. So someone might have had the flu and they think they're getting over it, they recover from it, but inadvertently that illness is then followed by a pneumonia, which is caused by this bacterium. So if you just protect yourself from the first one, from ever getting sick in the first place, then your risk for getting pneumonia, which is usually going to follow this, will be reduced. So that would be my piece of advice.
Thank you, Dr. Raja.
Thank you, Madison.
This has been the Mako Media Health Update. I'm Madison Kasper. See you next semester. NSU Campus Life hosted its Greek Stroll-Off, where students got the chance to see fraternity and sorority life organizations compete in a competition. Our reporter, Francesca Abarca, has the story.
The Greek Stroll-Off was held in the Rick Case Arena at 7 p.m. on the Tuesday of homecoming week. It was a competition between UGC's fraternities and sororities for a chance to win $1,000. For the performers, everything had to be carefully planned and rehearsed.
So we started rehearsal about a month ago. The minute we found out about the stroll-off and that we were participating, we drew and everything. And then we picked our theme, and the minute we picked our theme, we started practicing, and that was about a month ago.
This event gives a chance for those involved to show off what their organization is like and maybe even get people interested in joining.
It really shows Greek life as a whole, because most people don't really know what Greek life is unless you see it, and then you still don't know what it is. So I think this event is great on showing the history and what they do and how they do it. It really made me more interested in Greek life myself.
The Greek Stroll-Off has been happening for 30 years at NSU. The coordinator of fraternity and sorority engagement, Malik Smith, elaborates on some of the first at this year's event.
Yeah, so with our alumni performance, we reached out to our alumni of the chapters that we have here in our Unified Greek Council, who actually performs in our stroll-off, and we asked them, hey, if your alumni want to perform, let us know and we can put them into the show. A lot of them reached back out and let us know what they wanted to do, and Sigma Lambda Gamma National Sorority Incorporated were the ones that wanted to go through with it, so now we put them into the show, and now they're going to give you guys a nice performance tonight.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated won the competition for their dance performances in all 3 rounds.
To our alumni that came to watch our practices, we wouldn't have those critiques to be able to fix without them. And then for the students on campus, it's always a pleasure being able to do what we do and show them who we are in the community and on campus.
The Greek Stroll-Off helps build community at NSU.
Basically, for homecoming week as a whole, to show different cultures, show that we are a community. And yes, we can be in different sororities, fraternities, but at the end of the day, it's the same cause. It's the same, we're family. We're family.
The Greek Stroll-Off takes place each homecoming in the Rick Case Arena. I'm Francesca Abarca with Mako TV.
Thank you, Francesca.
Up next for our Sharks on the Street segment, our reporter Olivia Nur asked our Sharks how they feel about mourning the loss of a celebrity.
Grieving a celebrity might be strange to some, but others think differently. Today, I will be asking Sharks how they feel about mourning celebrities. How do you feel about mourning a celebrity that has passed?
I guess it depends if you have a connection with them. I usually don't, because the celebrity doesn't know me. We're not familiar, so I don't really take it too personal. Obviously, I feel bad for them, but I don't think people should be too overbearing with it. That's my opinion.
Have you ever mourned a celebrity in your life?
Probably not, no.
I think for a lot of people it's important because celebrities are very influential and have a lot of impact on a lot of people's lives. So I think mourning is a bit of a tribute to respect for the impact they've made in society. I think it's a good thing.
Mourning a celebrity honestly doesn't have too much impact on me, I feel like. I'm not too connected with any celebrity. Most of the time, it's sad, of course, but I feel I'm not too connected to any, so it's not that big of a deal. Of course, you feel bad for the families and everyone involved, but if I'm not connected to them, it's not that big of a deal, I guess.
So have you ever mourned a celebrity in your life?
I guess some famous soccer players, I would say, that are known to be some of the best that have passed away in the past few years, like Pele or Maradona, and that kind of be dang, that's sad. But other than that, not too much, honestly.
Kind of indifferent. I mean, I've felt sad when people have died, but I can understand why people do it.
Have you ever mourned a celebrity in your life?
I mean, I remember when David Bowie passed away because I liked a lot of his music, but I wouldn't say I full out mourned him like I would a parent or a sibling.
Depends on if I care about the celebrity, but in general, it's just a person dying, so there's always mourning with that, but no particular meaning for other than a person has died and mourning in that sense.
Have you ever mourned a celebrity in your life?
No, I can't say that I have.
How do you feel about mourning celebrities after they've passed?
I mean, I feel like they make connections with us, specifically me. I've been upset about Liam Payne's death, not his personality within recent years. Oh, I'm sorry, but when he was in One Direction and stuff, I feel like they built that fan base with us. So it was pretty upsetting to see, and I honestly feel like I just don't feel like it's real, but yeah.
So have you mourned a celebrity recently?
I would say just Liam Payne. Everyone our age I still feel is pretty young, and I haven't really had that connection, but I was such a huge One Direction fan that it was definitely hard to see something so tragic happen.
Whether you're feeling a wave of emotion or just a little ripple, it's clear that there is an impact when losing a celebrity. I'm Olivia Nur with Mako TV.
Thank you, Olivia. Madison, have you ever mourned a celebrity?
I have, and it was actually really reassuring to see that I'm not alone in that.
I agree. You can definitely tell that the public figures have an impact on our lives, and it's really sad when we lose one. Up next, Madison was on the scene for this year's homecoming parade, capturing all the Shark pride. Let's take a look.
NSU hosted a homecoming parade outside the University Center. Student performers and NSU organizations participated in the parade and did a march around the Shark Circle. The Interorganizational Council hosted this event. Liliana Vasquez shared what their goal was while putting this parade together.
I think our main goal was definitely school spirit. It's one of the end things of the week, but I think one of the first things to kick off the rest of homecoming, because after this we have the tailgate and then you have the same game day where we announce, the royalty winners. So I think it's a really big thing to have school spirit just right now to get it started. So by the time the game comes and by the time everyone's excited for the bash, everyone's already at like a 10.
With so many contestants in the parade, students expressed which float was their favorite.
I thought the EMSAA was kind of cool, how they had all the golf carts decorated. And I think it was cool how they were really excited about everything, and how they had things to toss out and hand out to people.
The one with the big boat, and then that had all the bubbles and stuff, and they were throwing it. I think that was my best one.
This year in first place was Stomp and Shake, in second place was Black Student Union, and in third place was Delta Phi Epsilon. With first, second, and third place being named, the winners explain why they chose to participate in this year's parade.
We do it every year, so this was something that we just naturally sign up for, but we always love to represent our organization. Recruitment is 365, so if anyone's considering rushing Panhellenic, please reach out to any of our lovely sororities on our campus and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
We wanted to definitely show school spirit, NSU pride, and also tell people about Black Student Union. We're not sure if everyone on campus knows about our club, so we wanted to make sure we show our pride while showcasing our club as well.
We decided to participate in the parade because we won last year with our float, and we decided to elevate it this year, including the NSU drumline with us.
And us to add on to that, we are a predominantly Black club, and we just wanted to bring the HBCU cultures to our PWI, which is Nova, to showcase what we do in our dance style.
The Homecoming Parade is an event that happens every year before the Homecoming Bash. I'm Madison Kasper with Mako TV. Joining me for our arts update, I have Francesca Abarca, feature reporter for The Current. Welcome, Francesca.
Hi, Madison. I'm happy to be here.
What's going on with arts here at NSU?
Well, DCMA has had a very busy fall semester. Recently, it hosted its 11th annual faculty exhibition in Gallery 217. Our reporter, Ronnie Prieto, has the story.
The Department of Communication, Media, and the Arts hosted their 11th annual art exhibition. We spoke to artist and adjunct professor Shearin, the creator of this art installation behind me, about the origin of her art style.
I got involved in an ancient Japanese artwork called tamari, which came to Japan on the Silk Road in 800, and it involved wrapping. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of hours of wrapping. Now, today, a handful of people engage in making tamari, but I was doing this quite a bit, maybe about 10 years ago, and noticing that there was a lot of discontent out in the world. And so I noticed that I was feeling kind of peaceful, even though I didn't really like things that were going on in the world. And I started to wonder, is there something to do with this wrapping that I'm engaging in that's causing me to feel this way?
Mario D'Agostino, Interim Art and Design Program Director, has a favorite piece in the exhibition that shows off the space.
And I came in on Monday not knowing what was happening. The exhibit was very dark, and I walked in and turned on the light and saw her piece and all of its sort of grandiose, magnanimous way that it exists. And I thought, wow, that's incredible. And what she's done here, she's really challenged, I think, the space. I don't recall a piece as big or as sort of, I almost want to say intrusive and forceful, but say that in a very polite and meaningful way.
Student Tristan Mazer gets to know more about his professor's interests through their art.
I'd love to see more of the professors' work because I don't really get to see the professors' artworks that they produce outside of class. It's really cool to see the stuff that they're interested in and their influences and how they, their perspective on art and the spirituality, psychology of art, how it's expressed through their work.
With all the pieces being made by faculty, Assistant Professor Kolo Shumi has a connection to his art through holography.
My connection is holographic. I'm making art, it only exists in the virtual space. The one you're seeing here is a sculpture of a very famous pop dancer. Her name is Yaya Vankova, and I built it from scratch. It is a digital sculpture. I use an application, it's called ZBrush. And as you see, the hologram meshing can have a full view of the person. Even you can zoom in and see the details.
The 11th annual Staff Art Exhibition is open from November 14th to January 31st. I'm Ronnie Prieto with Mako TV.
Thank you, Ronnie. NSU Dance Program hosted its annual Danceworks showcase in the Rose and Alfred Miniaci Performing Arts Center. I got the opportunity to be there and talk to some of the people who put the show together. NSU's 2024 Danceworks show consisted of different performances from students. Each performance was choreographed by faculty and staff, along with a special performance by guest choreographer Mika Santo.
I went in with a story in mind and something that I wanted to portray. So I really just had tunnel vision throughout the process. So I learned to just, trust myself and trust my choices and really trust the process and trust that the end result was gonna be what I wanted it to be in the end. And watching it in tech yesterday, it was.
Many students performed in multiple pieces. One of those dancers was Rachel Harris, who had a favorite piece to perform in.
I really enjoyed Abby's piece, Abby Moss. She had all of us do solos, and it really pushed me out of my comfort zone because I don't think of myself as a solo dancer, which is ironic because I had a solo. But getting to do someone else's movement on my body and really just embody that emotion was so fun for me.
The Department of Communication, Media, and the Arts hosted Danceworks at the Rose and Alfred Miniaci Performing Arts Center.
With Danceworks being in a new location, we spoke with Associate Professor of Dance and Dance Program Director Alana Lancy about her expectations for the show.
What is really exciting about this particular program is just to see the growth in the level of the dancers, the quality of the choreography. Being in the Miniaci is really great. So just watching everything really grow and thrive is really exciting for me.
Attendees came out to watch the performances and support the dancers, sharing how they felt about the show after.
All the dancers did really good. I wasn't expecting, a lot of the pieces I really wasn't expecting. And I really liked it. There were, like I said, you can piece together different meanings, and there were so many thoughts in my head, and I was like, oh, this is great.
The Danceworks show premiered on Saturday, November 16th and closed on Sunday, November 17th. I'm Francesca Abarca with Mako TV.
To end off this semester, the Peace Concert featuring Mako Band and the Bossa Nova Chorale will take place today at 7:30 in the Performance Theater. Mako Radio has also had an eventful semester. Over in the booth, we have DJ Romy to give us updates on Mako Radio and its upcoming schedule.
Hello everyone, my name's DJ Romy. Here at Mako Radio, I'm a production engineer and DJ, and I'm here to give you all some quick updates about what's going on here at our studio. We have our final week of DJ night shows, which happen from 6 to 9 p.m. with lots of various different music, genres on WKPX 88.5 FM. And our final DJ event of the semester will be taking place this Saturday at Lyman Plantation. Hope to see you all there. Thank you, Francesca. Back to you.
Thank you, DJ Romy. To start off next semester, Stage 2 will host its annual Improv Jam on January 24th at 7:30 in the Performance Theater.
Thank you, Francesca. And seeing that this is your last show with us, I do want to say thank you for all of your updates this semester. And I want to speak on behalf of all of us when we say we can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Thank you.
That is all for this episode of Mako TV. You can catch our solo release videos on our YouTube channel at Mako Television.
You can also follow us on Instagram at NSU_Mako TV. Thank you for watching. Have a great winter break.
See you next time.
Go Sharks! Fins up!
Fins up!